Welcome back to our channel. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Today we explored three lesser known cities in the Netherlands. We started in Rotterdam. It was about an hour car ride from Amsterdam. This city is known for its modern architecture, and we did see that throughout the city. We started our morning in a shopping center mall, but while we were walking around and sightseeing and sampling cheeses, I noticed how tall this building was. So I asked our guide if those were all department stores or shopping centers or whatever inside of this building. And he was like, no, people actually live in this building, which I thought was kind of neat because technically, if you lived in this building and you worked in this building, you would probably never need to leave. Something else that we spotted in this city was the cubed buildings. We actually did pay extra to walk inside of it. The guide told us that we didn't really need to see inside of it, but if we wanted, how to go about it. And we did want to see inside of it. This is the most impractical place that a human could ever live in because there's all these odd corners and the steps were very narrow in a lot of places. It was pretty cool to visit and to see, and I guess inspirational that somebody did come up with this design. But people actually live in the other apartments that aren't available for tours. So I'm not so sure how they make that work. While this city is really known for being modern, there is a staple that's very historic. It's the St. Lawrence Church. I'm pretty sure it's Catholic, so maybe called a cathedral, but it was written in Dutch. But it is breathtaking. It's got these huge bronze doors. Everything inside is exactly what you would think of when you think of a grand church, which is impressive since it has been around since the medieval times. It was heavily damaged during World War II by bombs, but the community came together and rebuilt it. Directly outside, there are several statues, there's plaques. So I'm not going to touch base on each one, but just know the whole city of Rotterdam was pretty. With a 20-minute car ride, we arrived in Delft. This is the complete opposite. It is more of a traditional city and it is known for its pottery. And therefore, our first tour was to watch how this is actually made. We went into this little store, and in the back, they make the plates there. They show us how each of these blue and white plates are hand painted, and it's expensive. After this tour, our guide did cut us loose just to kind of roam the square when it is surrounded by canals. But also in this square is the town hall and what's called the new church. So you can walk around and see just the outside of these buildings. But there was a freestanding market. I think I would call it a flea market, but you can get plenty of souvenirs and clothing and really anything you wanted to get done here. We actually even ate lunch in this area. There's bakeries and cafes and plenty of photo op opportunities. After being given plenty of time to explore, we headed to The Hague. We started our tour at the Peace Palace, and this is where legal bodies do their work. We were able to get inside and do a tour. Our guide worked all that out, but he didn't walk us through it. We had a headset and there were numbers on different displays, and you just pressed it and it was this long narrating version of whatever it was. But we ended up turning off our audio because it just got to be too much information. I do wish they had two versions here, the really lengthy versions for the people that want to spend all day in The Hague, and the shorter version for the people that are just trying to get nuggets of information. Once we were finished here, we headed to the palace where the royal family lives. And y'all, we've even been to England where the Queen lives, and she doesn't have crowns that line the street leading to her royal residency, but in The Hague, the royal family does. They literally have these crowns that are hanging on the power lines to let you know that you're on a royal street. We were able to see the palace, but only from behind the gates, and where diplomats stay and their shopping areas and where they tend to eat. And not to my surprise, there was a lot of high-end shopping in this area. This area also has a mall-like area, and something that I noticed is that both The Hague and Rotterdam have these malls, but not really a town square where Delft didn't really have a mall, it had a town square, so it kind of shows you how different the regions in Netherlands can be. After walking through this mall, we stopped outside of another government building, but there was so much construction going on that our tour guide said that we couldn't get as close as you normally can. But the parts that we could see were beautiful. But despite our guide trying to get us to eat the herring all day long, y'all, he was amazing. I would highly recommend that if you're going to be in the Netherlands for a week, that you do take this tour. So I hope you're enjoying our videos and you'll stick around to see what else we have coming. And again, please hit that like and subscribe button.